Welcome to the Three Mouseketeers, the sibling podcast that understands your Disney addiction. I'm Jared.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Emily.
Tonight we're going to have some fun. This is our live stream for those who are listening after this live stream has come out. We're live streaming every other Thursday, so join us on our live streams. And the times that we're not doing the live streams, we're on the podcast. We're releasing new episodes every Thursday. So, all right, we're going to have some fun with some trivia. We all have some trivia questions that we're going to ask each other in the audience. And we're going to talk a little bit about Encanto's soundtrack after we get done with the trivia. So that's going to be kind of our main topic to talk about tonight. But first, let's go ahead and do some trivia. Who wants to go first? Emily, I'm going to nominate you.
Okay, I'll go first.
You've been voluntold.
Yes.
That's okay.
All right. Your first one is...
What was Boo's name in Monsters, Inc.? So our options are A, Mary, B, Jessica, C, Anne, or D, Beth. And now, of course, this is Boo's real name. They call her Boo the whole movie. But what is her real name?
Can you give us the multiple choice one more time,
yes.
please?
So the multiple choice are A, Mary, B, Jessica, C, Anne, or D, Beth.
I think I know the answer.
I don't know that I know the answer. I know that I've heard this before, and I just don't remember what it is. Now, I will say this, though. There are a bunch of theories that Boo is spread out on multiple Disney movies.
What?
What do you mean?
You have never heard these theories?
What do you mean?
Yes. What are you
I don't
talking
understand
about?
what you're saying.
Like, Boo the character is supposedly other characters in other Disney movies.
Oh, like her older or something?
Yeah.
So not
like
other
older
appearances
version?
of the same character.
No. Like, one of them in particular is the witch in Brave.
I've never heard this before, ever.
Yeah, people have a theory that she is like a multi-dimensional traveler, pretty much. So you know how I love my Disney theories.
Yeah, there's a theory about everything.
There really is, but I absolutely love it.
But
and
I've
this
never
might
heard that
actually be a topic that we cover later on, because I'm very surprised you guys have not heard this one.
No, I haven't. Nope, not at all.
I want to see the comments. Who has actually heard about this in the audience? If anybody has, please let me know. I'm very interested.
I think it's something you dreamed up.
I know.
It's not.
You made it up.
It is not. No.
It definitely sounds like something you would have made up.
Okay. I mean, I'll show you the rabbit hole of comments and theories and stuff, but that's fine. Let's get back to the trivia. All right.
Are there any that you don't think it is?
I mean, Jessica just seems pretty plain and simple.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Sorry for all the Jessicas out there.
I mean,
jeez.
I'm not, but okay.
That was supposed to be my name, you know.
I'm glad it wasn't.
We like you, Jessicas. Jared's just, I don't know.
I want to say Mary. It's not my final answer. Amanda, how do you feel about that? What are you thinking?
That's actually my final answer is Mary.
Okay, so then Mary. Final answer.
Okay. And that is correct. It is Mary. And I will say they never say Mary during the movie, but whenever Boo is like drawing and stuff, she writes Mary a couple of times.
Yeah. Now, was that the actual child's name who played Boo? I don't remember what her name was.
I remember there's some story about why her name was Mary, but I can't really remember what it was.
I'm not 100% sure.
I know that for the character, like, they just followed the kid around the studio capturing audio because she wouldn't sit still long enough to actually do something. So they just let her be a kid and just followed her around.
Well, Boo doesn't have to say too much anyway, so.
No. All right, Amanda, your turn.
All right, my turn. Which Toy Story character says he's from Mattel? Is it A, Buzz, B, Rex, C, Mr. Potato Head, or D, Ham?
Oh, I think I know the answer on this one.
Hmm.
Do you
Like,
need a multiple choice again?
I feel like I have the voice in my head and can actually like quote it in my head, but we'll save that.
Give
All
us the
right.
multiple choice again.
One more time. It's A, Buzz, B, Rex, C, Mr. Potato Head, or D, Ham.
And for those of you who are joining us live, you can put your answers in the comments. We're really interested to see if you guys are playing along and if you actually know the answers.
Yeah.
Help me out because I'm struggling.
I think I have my answer.
Mm,
In all honesty, Emily, are you
you have
leaning
any
anyway?
guess?
no.
No
Nobody
guess.
can narrow it down or anything?
No, I mean, I can go with like a gut instinct, but I don't have anything to back that. So,
What is your gut instinct?
Rex.
Just for fun.
Just Rex.
And no reason, just
Nope.
alrighty.
All right. So our father is picking C. Which one was C again?
C is Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm actually going to go with Emily. I'm going to say it's Rex
What is your reason?
because I feel like I have that voice in my head. And yeah, it's no real reason. It's just that's my gut instinct.
So can you do the voice then?
No. I do not do impressions.
All right. Well, you are both correct. It is Rex. Sorry, Dad.
All right. I'm 2 for 2 tonight. I'm just saying.
I know, you're on a roll.
Okay, so it's going to be my turn next. Let me pull up these multiple choice that I have for you, and I'll show you my trivia question. It is, how long does Tinkerbell get banished by Peter? I got, is it A, forever, B, a year, C, a month, or D, a week?
Oh, man.
I don't even remember Tinkerbell
been
being
s-
banished.
It's been so long since I've seen Peter Pan.
I know. Me too.
I need to watch it again, but
All right. What were the multiple choices again? I know one of them was forever, and
A, forever, B, a year, C, a month, D, a week.
okay.
All right. So our father picks A, forever.
I'll go with that. I don't know that it's right, but
Okay.
I don't have a good answer, so that'll be it. It just seems like something somebody would say. I'm never gonna play with you again, or something like that.
I know. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like it was
Almost like an empty
a
threat.
a bold statement, but it wasn't followed through with. But to be different, I'm going to go with a month
Okay.
because
So
I
Amanda's
really don't know.
going with Dad and saying forever, and Emily, you're going with a month. Okay.
Yep.
So Emily is incorrect. It is not a month. Amanda,
Thank
you are correct. It is forever, but I would have also accepted a week because when Peter Pan banishes Tinkerbell forever because he's mad at her for shooting down Wendy and the brothers, he is telling her that she's banished forever, and then Wendy steps in and says, "Oh, that's a little harsh, don't you think?" And he says, "Fine, then a week."
All right.
So it would have been 2 possible answers that I would have given you credit for.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't choose a week instead of a month.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been really funny for
Too
you
bad.
both to be correct.
I know.
I would have really enjoyed that. All right, Emily, your next question is?
All right. My next question is, Which mountain was the first to open in Magic Kingdom? And then for this one, you get bonus points if you can tell me the year it opened. I don't, or a prize of some sort. I'll
A prize.
give you a
prize.
prize. A nice
Okay.
pat on the back next time I see you. Okay, so our options are A, Splash Mountain, B, Big Thunder Mountain, or C, Space Mountain. We only have 3 options for this one. There's only 3 mountains there.
What?
So I'll say the multiple choice again. A, Splash, B, Big Thunder, C, Space.
I think I may know the answer.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. I kind of feel like I know the answer, but I am not. I'm like 25%, and that's bad because we
'Cause,
only
yeah.
have 3.
Yeah.
So it should be 33%.
It's not though. It's 25.
Oh, maybe it's Expedition Everest.
Yeah.
It's possible. All right, Amanda, what do you think? What's your thoughts?
I think it's Space Mountain.
Okay. That's interesting because that's what I was thinking as well.
Okay.
Because I don't know for a fact that it's right, but I was thinking it opened up relatively soon after the park opened.
Like,
Yeah.
if you had to guess a year for your bonus points.
1973.
Okay. What about you, Jared?
Okay, so Dad says 87.
And he also says B, which is Big Thunder.
Big Thunder. Oh, okay. Big Thunder in 1987.
Are y'all ready for me to...
I think Splash Mountain opened after. I think Splash Mountain is the last.
Okay.
I think Splash Mountain opened later too because we got the Jim Varney promo for Splash
Right.
Mountain.
Yeah.
And that was definitely in the 80s.
Now, my husband, actually last night, my husband and I looked at pictures of him, his first time at Walt Disney World, and it was 1984.
With
and it
Jim
looked-
Varney. Wow.
No, it looked like Splash Mountain was being built, and I lost the name. Big Thunder Railroad was already there, and they rode it in 1984. So I'm fairly confident that Splash Mountain is the last.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the last two. Okay, I'm going to say Space Mountain as well. And I'm going to say 1978.
Okay. So, it is Space Mountain. You were both correct. And it was 1975.
Ah,
So, you were close,
Darn.
Amanda.
yeah. I mean, we're both technically kind of close.
Yeah. Y'all both got Space Mountain. Bravo.
Okay, yeah. Chris did say Space Mountain, but he said 1976.
Chris
He was
did say
closest.
Space Mountain. Good job.
All right. Well, I'm 3 for 3. I'm just saying.
I know. I was just about to say you're on a roll.
I really am. All right. Let's see if I get this next one though. Amanda, what's your next one?
In what year does Mission Space take place? So the answers are A, 2047, B, 2062, C, 2025, or D, 2036.
Can you give those to us again?
Of course. It would be A, 2047, B, 2062, C, 2025, or D, 2036.
This one might screw up my my hot streak.
You're welcome.
I have a guess.
I mean, we all have a guess, right? It's just a guess.
Yeah. All of mine have just been guesses tonight.
I'm gonna say, because here's the thing about like the future stuff that people do, like movies and rides and stuff like that. They usually put it like in the future, but it's usually like not that far into the
Yeah.
future. So I think like 65 and stuff is like just way too down the road. I'm gonna say it's 2036. I think 2025 is a little too close. I think 2036 is probably my guess.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what year Mission Space was made, because then that would kind of help me out.
It was in the
But
90s, wasn't it?
I don't know the exact year.
All right, so Dad's saying 2047.
Okay. I'm gonna say I don't know that this is right. I kind of am leaning towards Jared's answer, but I'm gonna go 2025 if it was made in the 90s, because I feel like even in the 90s, whenever they talked about like the 2020s, everything was like
Oh yeah, the Jetsons were set in the 2020s.
exactly. So I'm going 2025.
Okay, are those your final answers?
That's my final answer.
Are you sure you don't want to change it?
Yes,
Absolutely positive.
I'm positive.
Jared, it's good you didn't change your answer. It's 2036.
There we go.
There you go.
Your streak
I
remains.
cannot be stumped.
Apparently. I was trying.
You tried really hard. That one really was close,
Yeah.
but logic prevails.
I don't see that was actual logic.
No.
But,
It was.
Okay.
I mean, because I explained the whole logic behind
Yeah, I know.
the answer.
Yeah, it was a guess.
It it wasn't really. All right. I mean, it was a guess, obviously, but I put logic to the test. So, all right. What is the first item that Mary Poppins pulls out of her
Oh,
carpet
goodness.
bag when she arrives? Answer A. Is it a hat stand? B. A mirror? C. A potted plant? Or D. A lamp?
Oh gosh.
Okay, repeat. A hat stand?
A hat stand?
Are you talking like a coat rack?
Yeah. Hat stand, coat rack.
Same thing.
It is definitely the same thing. Yeah, it is.
Okay. I think people normally just call them coat racks,
Well,
but
it depends on what you use them for.
okay.
So that's not it.
Okay, a coat rack, a mirror, a potted plant, or is it I forgot what the lamp.
So it's not that one either.
It's not that one. It's not a lamp.
All
Oh,
right.
no.
I think I have a guess, but
I have a guess too.
we'll wait and see if our audience has a guess first. I'll give them a few minutes. But it has been a really long time since I've seen this. And you are talking about the original Mary Poppins, right?
Yes,
Not Mary Poppins
Yes.
Returns. Okay, just making sure.
the original Mary Poppins.
All right.
I'm not
So-
seeing any guesses come in.
Nope. I'm going to say, do you want me to go first? You want to go first, Em?
You can go first.
Okay. I want to say it's a mirror. I do think she pulled pretty much all of that stuff out of her bag. Maybe not the lamp. But I think it's the mirror.
Okay, Dad said coat rack.
Okay.
That wasn't one of your multiple choice, though. It was a
hat
rack.
It wasn't.
stand.
Yeah.
Hat stand.
It was a hat stand that I said for sure, but I guess you can say coat rack if that's what you want to say.
Okay, see,
Nobody calls it a hat stand.
Hey,
listen, my gut is telling me don't go with hat stand.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with that anyway, even though I feel like that's not the answer because no one calls it a hat stand. But my logic here is that she's just arriving. She needs somewhere to hang her coat and put her hat. So she pulls the hat stand out of her purse so that she can hang her hat on it.
Okay.
So that's my answer.
Okay.
All right. Final answers?
Yep.
All right. Emily is correct. It is a coat rack / hat stand. She
Hat stand.
she pulls it out of her bag, she places it on the floor, and she puts her hat on it. It is a hat stand. Okay, so a fun little fact about the multiple choice on this one is all 4 items are pulled out of the bag, and all
Yes.
4 items are pulled out in the order that I gave them to you.
Ah,
Yeah, very cool.
okay.
Now, there were other options that
Right.
came later on, but those were the
Yes.
first 4 items.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go. All right, Emily, your next question is
All right, my final question is in what Disney movie is Earth called Quadrant 17, Section 005, Area 51? Our options are A, Treasure Planet, B, Lilo and Stitch, C, Wally, D, Atlantis.
I think I
Oh.
have the answer, but this one's probably going to be the one that I miss.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the answers again. A,
Okay.
Treasure Planet. B, Lilo and Stitch. C, Wally. D, Atlantis.
See, I thought I knew what it was until you started actually giving the answers, and then I questioned myself. Hmm.
So our father picks B.
I don't think it's Atlantis.
I don't think it's Atlantis
Okay.
either. Chris says Lilo and Stitch.
So he's going with Dad.
Right. And actually, I am as well.
Okay.
That was even before you gave the answers, that's what I thought it was. So I'm going to stick with my gut reaction.
See, and my gut reaction was also Lilo and Stitch, but I'm kind of thinking it's Wally.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Wally on this one, and it's probably gonna screw up my streak, but I'm going with Wally.
Okay, so Jared, your streak has ended.
Ah, I
It
knew it.
is Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
That's how they refer to Earth.
What's the guy's name that ends up going and hunting him later? Isn't he the one who says it?
I don't know if it's him that says it or the lady.
The lady. I think maybe both of them do.
Maybe.
But yeah,
See, I should have stuck with my gut, I guess, but
yeah, you should have.
oh well. I thought that there was a possibility that it would have been Wally because of the people talking about Earth and they hadn't been there in a while, so they wouldn't have referred it to as Earth.
I know. That's why I threw Wally into the mix
Yeah.
because I thought that might
Yeah,
throw someone off.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
I thought maybe Treasure Planet.
Yeah. They're all
But-
kind of movies that could
Yeah, exactly.
possibly have that.
Yeah.
So
Except for Atlantis. I didn't even
I didn't think
Atlantis would have been
True.
the one.
Right.
So. All right, Amanda, let's get on to your, or I guess your last question.
Yeah. What does Bolt think he has a weakness to? Is it A?
Chocolates.
that's my weakness.
That is not one of the guesses, but that would have been a good one. I should have put that in.
I mean, he is
A.
a dog.
That's true.
A, grapes. No, just kidding. A is kryptonite. B is packing peanuts. C is fire, and D is yellow.
Man.
It has been so long since I've seen Bolt.
I know, I feel like we say that about every single movie, but like Bolt is one that I'm not going to go and rewatch because it's a sad dog movie. So,
It's not that sad.
Kind of
It
is.
gets happy at the end.
Well,
It's very happy at the end.
I mean, all of these are ridiculous.
You need them again?
Yeah, go ahead and give them to us again.
A is kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
B is packing peanuts. C is fire. And D is yellow.
Like, who doesn't think their weakness is fire?
There are
Like, in all
people.
honesty.
I know, I feel like fire is too obvious.
Yeah, but yellow just seems really ridiculous.
Yellow seems way far out there. Kryptonite is like,
And can dogs see yellow? I think they can. Like, they don't see colors the way that we see colors. I mean, they're not color blind like
No,
people say they are.
they just
but,
see them differently.
yeah. Our father says C,
Which was fire.
fire.
Right?
I'm going to throw my answer out there. I'm going with packing peanuts.
I'm going to go with the same thing because it's like I want it to be true. Like, I'm
Yeah,
trying
me too.
to make the most ridiculous answer the truth.
I don't know. I think yellow is pretty ridiculous.
I mean, that's true too.
That's,
but
yeah.
It is packing peanuts, though.
See,
Yes.
I kind of like felt like I remembered that, even though it's been so long since I've seen the movie.
I mean, it's like a kid's show, right? He's in this kid's show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that it's not something that's like super scary.
Yeah. Like, and that's kind of why you could kind of see kryptonite because he like doesn't necessarily understand that he's on this show and thinks he's like a superhero and stuff. And it would just make sense for him to be like, oh no, I have this like weakness with, other superheroes have, but kryptonite is not a Disney property. So I would say that they probably don't use kryptonite in anything. So
Yeah.
that is most definitely why that one was tossed out by me.
Yeah.
But all right, so packing peanuts, that's fun. I got all of them except for one, so I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that. Because I mean, obviously, I'll get my final one, which is how many puppies does Lady and the Tramp have? Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5?
I'm going to throw this out there, and I don't think it's 2.
Okay, Emily, this is one of your favorites.
I know, but I'm just thinking, I know that they have the one that ends up being in the second movie.
But
So
they
there's
have
at least one.
They do have boys and girls because the boys look like him and the girls look
I
like
know,
her.
I remember that. I'm just trying to think of. Read the options again.
2, 3, 4, or 5.
3, 4, or 5.
Oh, okay, that's simple. Okay.
I want to say 4.
I know. I'm thinking 4 as well because I'm in my head. I'm imagining that there's 2 girls and 2 boys.
Yes, that's what I'm imagining.
Okay, well, Dad says 4 as well.
Okay.
So you are all correct. It is 4. 2 of each.
There you go.
Congratulations. Were you guys keeping track of how many you got correct?
No, I think I got 1 correct.
This last one?
Yep.
No, you got ones I got. You got all of mine correct, I believe.
I don't remember.
Rex 2036 and then
Oh,
packing
yeah.
peanuts.
I
No,
didn't
she
get
she didn't get the
2036.
Oh, you didn't.
She went
Yes,
with
Oh, no, you said
2025.
2025. You're
I
right.
think I got 3 correct.
I want to say, I think I missed 1.
Yeah, at least I think you at least missed one of mine.
What were your questions
No,
again?
no, no, no. You got the first one right. You got the Peter Pan one right. You said
Yes.
forever.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you only missed one.
Which one did I miss?
I don't know. You can go back and watch it on YouTube.
Come on now.
bit.ly/T3M YouTube. All right, let's go ahead and get into our actual topic that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Encanto's soundtrack, and there's one song in particular that we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno,
But we're going to talk about Bruno
but we
because
don't
it
talk
is
about
blowing
Bruno.
up on the charts. So it is on, at least last I saw, which was like yesterday, it was number 4 on the charts. And it is the first time in like 25 or 26 years that something has been in the top 4 for Disney.
Wow.
So the last song that most people would probably think hit that is Let It Go, but it did not. It actually hit number 5. So
Ah.
We Don't Talk About Bruno is doing better than Let It Go.
That's really crazy to me.
It is.
You would think it is, but I mean it's everywhere. It's on TikTok, it's on all social media platforms. Like anywhere you go, it's on there.
You know, I think that's the difference, the big difference between We Don't Talk About Bruno and Let It Go is social media, specifically TikTok.
Yeah.
Right.
TikTok
That wasn't
being
around then.
The short video content platform is pretty big for sounds like this.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's what's really pushing it above Let It Go.
I mean, I will say this though. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, all the other platforms were still out there with when Let It Go came out.
They were, but I feel like even that they weren't as prevalent. Facebook probably, yeah, but Instagram
It
and
was.
stuff.
Facebook was, but it's not something that's as easy to make content with like that, with the
Yeah.
songs
No.
and the videos and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok is really playing a big part in that. But I mean, it is a really good song. It's just, I don't know, I'm surprised. Let It Go is just, I think this is popular with older people.
With older people?
Not like old people. I feel like Let It Go was like really, really popular with little bitty kids, whereas We Don't Talk About Bruno, probably again because of social media, is more popular with like the older teenagers and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying now. It just sounds
Yes.
funny whenever you're talking about older people and then you say older teenagers. So
I mean, not little children.
yeah, no, I get that. So the song was created by Lin-Manuel Miranda. If you don't know who that is, he's kind of all over the place. He has done like Hamilton. He did Hamilton. He portrayed Hamilton in the show Hamilton with the original cast. So I mean, very talented guy. He's like I said, he's all over everything right now. The song is, like I said, it's number 4 on the charts currently, and it has 29 million streams and 8,000 downloads sold.
Wow. And I think the only ones that have beaten it then are
So nothing has
Sometimes.
beaten it, I don't think. Well,
Nothing-
no, okay. So
I think from Aladdin.
one, yeah, there's one that beat it. That's A Whole New World
Whole
from
New
Aladdin,
World. That's the word.
which
But-
hit number
Yeah.
1 in 93.
Right.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight hit number 4 in 94, and Colors of the Wind hit number 4 in 95. So since Colors of the Wind, it's the first song by Disney to hit number 4.
Wow.
And I will say this,
How
Let It
crazy.
Go won an Oscar.
It did. I wonder if We Don't Talk About Bruno is going to win some awards.
I don't know. I'm sure Encanto itself is going to win a bunch of awards.
I'm sure it will.
So is this your favorite song from the soundtrack?
I mean, there's 2 big ones that are from the soundtrack. That's Surface Pressure and We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Yeah.
I really like both of them, but I will say this, because of the social media, We Don't Talk About Bruno has been stuck in my head for days. So Like I'll start singing it in my head out of nowhere for no reason. So I guess for that purpose, I can say it's my favorite, but I really do like Surface Pressure a lot too.
I
Me
like
too.
surface
And the
pressure.
Family Madrigal is pretty good too.
It's good too. Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah,
give
surface
surface
All
pressure is
Lin
my
pressure
Manuel
favorite.
Miranda.
mine too. Surface pressure is my favorite.
Yeah,
That one is very catchy.
it
And
is.
relatable.
It is. Something I Jared sent it today earlier, but I had already seen it. Was that Louisa, like the merchandise for her has sold out like so quickly, like people
Oh
want that
yeah.
so bad,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and it's not surprising.
No, it's not surprising. And what Amanda's kind of referring to is I sent her and Emily something saying that more people are saying they relate to Louisa than Isabella because Isabella is just like so relatable, and
Mm-hmm.
Isabella is just your typical, perfect child.
You mean Louisa is
Louisa.
relatable?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did I say?
Yeah.
Isabella.
I don't. Okay. If
You
I
did,
did, I
but
was
that's
wrong.
okay.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Isabella is the older sibling, the older sister.
yeah, I also just think that it's a different type of character that people can relate to instead of just the standard typical Disney princess type of character. So I think that has a lot to do with her popularity too.
Yeah. Well, she's not perfect, and she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't admit to be perfect, and she feels like she's not good enough, and that's
Mm-hmm.
relatable.
Yeah.
She's taken on everything from everybody else.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So a little fun fact about the movie itself. Domestically, it has done 93.1 million, and globally, it is up to 222.6 million.
Wow.
So movie's doing really well. People like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. And that's kind of surprising that it's doing making that much when it's already on Disney Plus
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
free.
Right.
So to me that's impressive.
I was really surprised that they put it on Disney Plus already.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. What was it? Like a month?
Yeah,
Maybe?
something like that.
Yeah. It's a good movie though.
Mm-hmm.
It really
One of
is.
my one of my favorites now.
I know it's
Didn't take
super
long.
cute.
Yep.
So a couple things about the song We Don't Talk About Bruno. I'm sure if you're on TikTok, if you're kind of one of those people who likes to dive deep into the movie and watch it a couple times and catch some of the things that you might not have caught the first go around. Whenever they're singing the song We Don't Talk About Bruno, Bruno does pop up.
Yes.
Like you
He's like
can
hidden
see
in the
him in the
background.
background. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something really fun. Actually, before I even started hearing any of that, my daughter pointed it out.
Did
She
she?
said that, yeah, she said that she saw him in the background. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then after that, like the same day, like later on that same day, it was like blowing up on TikTok and people were talking about it. Uh, but besides that, I think that the whole soundtrack is really good. I think the soundtrack is going to be doing fairly well. It's going to go down as somebody's favorite for sure.
Yeah. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. I mean, every single song on the soundtrack is gold. I like every single song on the soundtrack, which doesn't happen very often. So that's pretty impressive to me, at least.
Yeah. What
All right.
is
Well, I
that?
mean, that's all I've got for Encanto and this song in particular. We don't talk about Bruno. Any final thoughts from you guys on this song? I don't really want to talk about the movie that much because
Yeah.
it's too early. Like people have not seen
Yeah.
it still. So
Yeah, that's very true.
I do want to say definitely go watch Encanto. It's a great movie.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
If not,
So
at least
anything
listen
else?
to the music.
That's true too.
No, just go watch the movie.
I think you should watch the movie,
Yeah.
but
and then fall in love with the soundtrack watching the movie.
Yeah.
All right, any final thoughts?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Well, then let's go
Okay.
ahead and end it. I guess do all the things. You can follow us on social media at T3M Podcast. Let me go ahead and actually pull this up so you can see it. So social media is at T3M Podcast. That's, everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you want to email us, you can email us at t3mpodcast@gmail.com. You can also go to the YouTube channel, bit.ly/T3M YouTube, and follow us. Do everything.
For sure.
All right. Have a zippity doo dah day.
And see you real soon.